Hello, beautiful witches, and welcome back to a book of witchcraft. I, a practicing witch, is opening my book of shadows to the world. On this channel, I bring you spells, rituals, and wisdom drawn through walking the path through many decades. Today, I want to talk about one of the fruits most associated with witches and the craft, the apple. At the end of today's video, I'll be sharing a divinatory spell tapping into the power of the Malum Malus, one of the aspects of this divine fruit. This is also the only ingredient you will need for today's spell. The ingredients and step for the spell are some of the simplest you will find. However, take a care, my beautiful witches. Calling upon the Malum Malus is a powerful rite, and it should be performed with the utmost respect. It is an ancient and powerful rite, and its simplicity belies its power. To better understand this sacred fruit, let's first talk about the apple in history and folklore. So, the apple has always been more than a fruit. Across cultures, it has been the symbol of love, temptation, immortality, and hidden wisdom. In Greek mythology, golden apples of Hesperides granted eternal life. In Norse tradition, the goddess Yun kept apples that bestowed youth upon the gods. In Celtic lore, Avalon, the Isle of Apples, was a place of healing and eternal rest. In Christian tradition, the apple became the hidden, forbidden fruit, tied to the fall of humankind. This association gave rise to the Latin phrase malum malus. Here, malum means apple, while malus means evil. Together they form a mystical dark concept, the apple of evil, the fruit of temptation. It is the knowledge that the apple carries that we will turn for into our spell today. For witches, however, this duality is not simply about sin, it's about balance. The apple represents both enlightenment and darkness, both wisdom and temptation, and the choice to seek hidden truths, even when they are dangerous. So let us speak about the Malum Malus, the forbidden apple. The Malum Malus is more than a phrase, it is a mystical idea. The forbidden apple that whispers its secrets, imparts its knowledge, and reveals glimpses of the future. It is said to be the fruit that tempts the seeker, offering both illumination and peril. To hold an apple in ritual is to hold the duality in your hand. It is the fruit of life, yet it is also the fruit of shadow. It reminds us that wisdom often comes at a cost, and that the path of the witch is one of courage. To face both light, and darkness, and to embrace the knowledge hidden within. The pentagram within the apple. One of the apple's most enchanting secrets lies inside. When cut horizontally, the seeds form a perfect pentagram. The five-pointed star, sacred to witches. The star represents the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, as well as spirit. It is a symbol of protection, balance, and the unity of all things. The hidden star shows us that nature conceals mysteries in plain sight. The apple is not just food, it is a vessel of magic. Witches have used apples and spells for love, fertility, protection, and divination. To eat an apple in ritual is to stake the star within yourself, to embody the balance of the elements. Even if you do not perform the Malum Malus spell, here are some other uses for the apples in witchcraft. They can be used in love spells. Apples are often carved with names or symbols and then shared with the lover or buried to bind lovers together. Apples can also be used in kitchen witchery for this purpose. Gifting a lover an apple, baked in apples, or apple pie, or apple sauce made from spelled apples can be powerful aphrodisiacs or enhancer of romance and love. They're also used in fertility rituals. The apple's round shape and seeds symbolize abundance and new life. This can also be used in kitchen witchery. When cooking with apples, enchant the apples to its use for this purpose. Another great way is to plant apple seeds or pieces of apples spelled with the purpose of growth and fertility. To attract abundance, you may have even add apple seeds to your wallet or hang a dried slice of apple for this purpose with other symbols of growth in your area of work. It can also be used for protection. An apple cut reveals the pentagram in the center. You can cut slices of apple and string them and hang them over doorways or windows or other areas that may require extra protection. You can also place the sliced apple on your altar for protection. Apples can be used as offerings. Apples are common offerings to deities, spirits, and ancestors, symbolizing respect and gratitude, as well as the pursuit of truth and knowledge. Apples also bridges the world between the living and the departed, and when offered, especially during holidays such as Samhain, it is seen as an invitation for communication, divination, and the purpose for today's spell. Apples have long been used to reveal hidden truths, from bobbing for apples in Samhain to apple peeling to reveal initials of future lovers, to traditions of slicing them open for omens and using them as candle holders for wax scrying. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in any other apple rituals or spells, and I will be sure to post some more. My Book of Shadows contains quite a few apple spells. Now, I want to share with you a spell of divination using this apple, the way to seek guidance from the hidden wisdom of the Malum Malus. I always recommend casting a simple circle, or any other way that you like to cast a circle, especially when working with a powerful ritual like this. You may use the circle casting with our tools that is available on the channel. It will only take a few minutes to learn and master, or any other method that you prefer. At the very least, cleanse your space of any unwanted energies before beginning the spell. It is imperative to respect the power of the spell, regardless of its simplicity. I cannot stress this enough. Because you only require an apple to perform this ritual, it may seem simple, but rest assured, beautiful witches, invoking the power of the Malum Malus is not a simple spell. Be prepared to discover the answers that you seek, and they may represent themselves in a way that is not gentle. Also, do not cast this spell if you are seeking affirmation or validation, because the answer may not be what you want it to be. This spell should be cast in a genuine pursuit of knowledge or truth. But you shall have the knowledge that you seek if you dare call upon the Malum Malus. The spell can be used for future knowledge, but know that the future is not set in stone. Most will use the spell for this purpose, but the Malum Malus spell also holds other keys to wisdom. Do you seek to gain knowledge of another, or would you know if they lie? You may ask this of the Malum Malus. Do you seek to gain knowledge in a field or a subject, or make a discovery, or have some inspiration for creation? This can also be asked of the Malum Malus. Ask your question with consciousness and responsibility, though. As explained in the history of the sacred fruit, there is duality here, both light and dark, night and day, and it is up to you to choose how you would use this power. Next, as always, I encourage you to reflect on your intention beforehand. Be clear about what answer you are seeking from the fruit of forbidden knowledge. Again, this is a powerful spell, and it is best guided by your intention. This spell works best for a specific question, though it can be used for general direction if you feel lost as well. You may enter your sacred space and reflect on your question there, or simply sit with the question for a little while before starting the ritual. Once you've decided on a question, and it must be a single question, you can proceed with the spell. Hold the apple in your hands and focus on the questions that you have. Next, while holding the apple, feel its energy. Imagine the pentagram inside the apple radiating with the energies of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Imagine each point of the pentagram inside the apple igniting with the energy until it radiates with all of the energies together. If you are familiar with the elemental associations and symbols, use these keys to activate the pentacle inside the apple during this visualization. I'm placing the symbols on the screen as a guide for you as well. In this process, you're building energy in the apple from a fruit, though symbolically as powerful to witches, to a Malum Malus, that which you seek to commune with during the spell. Feel its power in your hands and know that this is the fruit of knowledge that you hold in your hand. When you feel connected to the apple, you can recite this incantation. Malum Malus, forbidden fruit, from tree of knowledge and hidden root. Answer the question asked of thee. Open my eyes and let me see. Reveal the path that is before me. As I will it, so mote it be. Now whisper your question to the apple. Then proceed to eat the apple, savoring its energy. When you are finished, dispose of the core. The best way to do this is to bury or plant it. You may be blessed with a tree or not, but the act itself is symbolic of returning wisdom to the earth, so that others in turn may also partake of this knowledge. Know that by doing this action, you are doing so in the spirit of allowing others the freedom to seek knowledge and give gratitude to the knowledge that you have gained. The answer to your question may come through divination tools such as tarot, scrying, or runes. If you feel guided to use them, you may also receive a vision, almost like a daydream, though you will know and understand that it is something more. Do not question this, but trust in your intuition and magic. You may notice signs and omens in your daily life. Someone may become unguarded when they speak and let the truth slip. Often, the answer will arrive in a dream, so pay close attention to your dreams after performing the spell, and try to recall them when waking in the morning. The way to answer comes to you depends on the question asked, and the witch who asked it. The Malum Malus reminds us that wisdom is not always given freely. Sometimes it must be sought, sometimes it must be earned, and the seeker must have courage to uncover the knowledge and truth sought. Thank you for joining me today in my circle. Please share in the comments any experiences you may have had with divinatory spells, or apples, or tips, or anything that you'd like me to know. I would love to hear from you. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry shall we meet again. Thank you for watching, and as always, blessed be.